Hey there, it's Kat and this is Brews and Reviews. So I'm gonna settle down to a good 2 hours of writing, and I kind of thought, I'll vlog it, why not? You guys said you wouldn't mind, so here we are. You may have noticed there's a spoon in my drink today, and that's because I'm actually drinking hot chocolate instead of coffee because it's late. So tonight I'm going to be working on a chapter of my novel that I have been putting off for a little while now because I know that I have to completely redo it. Mostly because when I started to go through the second draft I realised that the structure of the chapter didn't really make sense, and the way that I was having things be revealed didn't work in that order. So I have to have a certain character do something at an earlier point and it kind of shifts the whole structure of the chapter. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. But yeah, I am excited to do this chapter because it is a family meal type chapter where I get to play with a lot of the characters that I've created. I just literally watched a bit of fluff fly into my drink. Like, could you not? Honestly. There's a lot of other things going on, but like the core of the chapter is that it is a family meal and I get to write a lot of interactions between these characters that I've created. They're kind of like a found family coven of witches, so I'm quite excited to actually get to write their interactions and stuff like that. But yeah, it's going to be not so fun to do the shuffling, especially as I realise that the character that I have to move around is in a different mental state than the state that I have put her in currently. So I have to completely rewrite that character because it just doesn't make sense the way that it is now. Anyway, it appears that I am just rambling so that I can continue to put off actually writing this instead of actually just getting to it. So I'm going to do that and I will check in with you when I've done a little bit more writing. Okay, it's sometime later. I can't remember what time I started this. I think it was about an hour ago. I've written 792 words, which means I'm currently on 7,739 words. It's not the best it could be, but it's also not the worst it could be. I could definitely have written less right now. And I think I'm just about to get to the hard part, which means that I've been procrastinating by going on Twitter. Honestly, I should really just turn my internet off while I'm trying to write because otherwise I procrastinate, but like, it's fine. I'll get there. It's fine. So far I think it's going pretty well. I have been listening to Applause by Lady Gaga on repeat because for some reason I like to listen to one song as I write, but I think I need to switch that up because I've started to get like a little distracted, so I'm like, I need a different song. I think I may go with Safety Dance by Men Without Hats because that might keep me awake because it's silly. So I don't really have a word count goal for today because I just wanted to work on that scene and I was kind of hoping that I'd get the scene finished, but I'm nowhere near finishing this scene. It's a really long scene where a lot of things have to be explained, and I kind of don't want it to be as long as it is, so maybe there's another thing that I need to change, but yes, we'll get there. We will get there. So back to it. So it's time for me to stop writing. I am not where I wanted to be by the end of today because I ended up having to switch things again. By the time I got further down into the scene, I realised that I'd already come up with a reason why the scene needed to be in the specific order that it was, that I thought it shouldn't have been in because it didn't make sense. But it does make sense because I made it make sense. And then I forgot that I made it make sense. So basically, I'm useless and forgetful and should probably read things before I go, oh, well, why have I made it not make sense? Because I did. So with that being said, I have had to switch a few things up, but I kept it in the order that it is in. And I think the thing that I've most significantly done, whilst rewriting it obviously, is to make certain things a bit clearer, and to make certain emotions a bit more known, because I think it wasn't quite enough with what it was. It needed to be far deeper, and I still think it needs to go into a little bit further. I quite like putting in this order and having Nora, my main character, have to wait to do this thing that she needs to do, even though it obviously costs her because it speaks to the selfishness of some of the other characters. Also, sorry if you can hear mice. My cat was watching TV for cats and I just left it on. He's gone outside and now there's just mice on my television. Now there's not. So, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so I think that's enough writing for today. I wrote 1,302 words, which is over the 1,000 that I was like, I hope I get there. And my total is 8,249 now. And I feel like I can pick this scene up again and actually roll with it. So maybe you'll see more of me doing this scene another time, or maybe I'll actually get off my ass and do this, more. So you won't see the scene, but you'll see the scene that's later on. Who knows? Who knows what could happen. I'll probably still be on this scene next time I vlog though, so maybe yell at me until I'm not. If you don't want to leave any other comment, can you just leave a comment that says, do more writing, get to it please, or something of that sort. Yell at me. You don't have to yell at me, but please, it would be appreciated. So yeah, if you enjoyed this mini writing vlog thing and how I sort of did this, then leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!